Hey guys, it is Master Hab here with a Star Wars theory, and my first video, so let's, do this as planned and break this down.
What?
So the first little theory I have here in mind is, who is more powerful, the regular Jedi or the gray Jedi? So we're going to have to break this down little by little and see where it goes from there and branch it out to who's stronger.
So is this the three?
So as for a regular Jedi,
I'm in Division 4.
as you can see here, there's government body, Jedi Council, other positions, Master of the Order, Jedi Counselor, Jedi Master, Jedi Knight, Jedi Apprentice, a Padawan, and it goes on to Jedi do not fight for peace. That's only a slogan and is as misleading as slogans always are. Jedi fight for civilization because only civilization creates peace. We fight for justice because justice is the fundamental bedrock of civilization, and unjust civilization is built upon sand. It does not long survive a storm. So without balance within the civilization, the Jedi cannot last.
Let's go the wrong way.
So they got a pretty much a certain amount of things that could possibly they can do.
Why can't we not go to Snowy?
They can't do everything.
No,
so
Snowy.
therefore, they pretty much got set barriers. As shows in the Jedi Code here. The Jedi Code is a rule of conduct that establishes the modes and behavior for all Jedi, although changing in style through the generations. The main tenets, context, and meaning of the code have stayed the same.
Yeah, I just thought about
the
it.
key portion of the code is a 5-line mantra. Several versions of the mantra have existed. Emotion, yet peace. Ignorance, yet knowledge. Passion, yet serenity. Chaos, yet harmony. Death, yet the Force.
I don't know who Adrian is, but I like this guy.
And then the refined version by Odin is there is no emotion, there is peace, there is no ignorance, there is no knowledge, there is no passion, there is serenity, there is no chaos, there is harmony, there is no death, there is the Force.
Hey.
And then Luke Skywalker made Jedi are the guardians of peace in the galaxy.
I need your help. I'm locked in prison.
Jedi use their powers to defend and to protect. Jedi respect all life in any form. Jedi serve others rather than ruling over them for the good of the galaxy. Jedi seek to improve themselves through the knowledge and training. Okay. And as you see, that was rewritten by Luke Skywalker. And pretty much breaks down to where Jedi are not immune to feeling emotions. They're not. It ain't saying that they should divest themselves of emotions. Rather, saying that emotions shouldn't control one's actions.
I need help.
They must be understood. They have to be understood and dealt with. They can't be denied or overcome. So, and they're never will achieve peace with emotions. So that's in a Jedi's perspective right there. A regular Jedi's perspective of that. And then there's no ignorance, there is knowledge. A Jedi must be unbounded by preconceived notions and try to understand the galaxy that is surrounding them. Ignorance in this case refers to ignoring the thoughts and beliefs of other beings simply because it doesn't fit with one's viewpoint or understanding. This tenet also reminds the Jedi that knowledge can be taken from the most unusual places in other worlds. Or words. Listen to me. Lord God, I can't English tonight. This tenet points out that often a Jedi must use not only their rational mind but also their intuitive mind in order to ascertain the truth of a
If
situation.
you don't say me, then
Not
then
all
you don't
knowledge
like
is
it for me, like
correct,
someone
and not
else.
all beliefs are sound. But if a Jedi remains willfully
Thank you, man.
ignorant of the galaxy
I needed that. Ooh.
around them, then they are ill prepared to handle a given situation.
Me too.
So pretty much, if they do not
See,
stay
look, I need shotgun
open-minded
too. See, look, I need shotgun too.
learn what all's around them,
It's actually the opposite garbage. I only get shotgun in the game.
they're not going to be able to control. They're not going to be able to keep a centered out mind.
Yeah, it is.
They're going to lose
Oh,
everything.
I am,
They're going to
actually,
lose concentration on what they're doing. They're going
I'm just saying
to
that.
just
Ooh, blue tack.
lose faith in the whole force after a while. There is no passion, there is serenity. This tenet is not simply a repetition of the first. It refers more directly to situations of extreme stress in which a Jedi might be tempted to react strongly or be so focused on the task that they lose sight of the goal. That a Jedi must draw their weapon only in defense is an expression of this tenet.
They have scars, so watch out.
So they can never use their weapon as attack. Only for defense in this matter of speaking. So they just can't go in busting in on the Sith and just start swinging a lightsaber like some crazy maniac on speed.
Dude,
keeping all other options open while emotion and intuition must be understood and utilized in the Jedi's daily life. They must be checked lest the Jedi act rashly and lose objectivity. Passionate use of power leads to the dark side. A Jedi must always act with a calm hand and even temper.
He's about to kill you.
So they can't, say for Anakin's instance, Anakin Skywalker's, he acted rationally with about Padme whenever Sidious was,
there's a storm. We need
manipulating his mind, and he just went flop-sided and turned psycho and started destroying all the Jedi.
I'm just saying, run.
Especially whenever he got told that there was a power to save Padme from dying. That's when his switch flipped. Let's see here. A Jedi must... Oh, no, I don't read that. Observing each situation as clearly as the Force sees it and not clouded with unbridled passion. Unbridled. However you say that word. Can't English tonight. In other words...
I bet that's nice.
You just gotta stay calm is what I'm reading.
I got 999, 854.
Not much is said there.
And 261.
This statement reflects the cosmology of the Jedi Order, where an initiated being sees the universe as a chaotic and disconnected place. A Jedi realizes that all things are interconnected and, more importantly, interdependent. And in a never-ending cycle of balance. So basically, the Jedi's worry about balance. And they tend to bear away from 90% of their feelings and try to, like as of death, they say death is a natural cycle of life. Yes, it is. And but they say you should not remorse in it. I don't know, it just don't make sense to me in the Jedi's perspective of that.
We're dead.
Death. See, right here it says, however, it's not a tragedy and merely a part of life cycle. Without death, life cannot exist. And that is true.
I had a
But
med kit.
for Master Yoda in episode 3, I think it was, he said to rejoice in the person's death whenever Anakin was trying to tell him about his premonitions. And Yoda was trying to tell him to rejoice and not and just let go.
Arena?
But you know, not many people could do that. Being a Jedi is a life of great variation, as the Jedi Order has several responsibilities. While many Jedi are generalists, some specialize in one or more areas, either in accordance with their own interests and preferences, or because they are delegated responsibility for an area that requires specialization. With these specializations often come specific ranks.
Use code laser beam.
Moreover, in certain periods of the history of the galaxy, some Jedi would assume military ranks fighting alongside Republic forces. There are generally 3 types of Jedi classification: Jedi Counselor, Jedi Guardian, and Jedi Sentinel. Okay, so this is where it breaks down on pretty much what styles there is, what type of Jedis these are. So this is just all regular Jedi, not Grey Jedi. We're not on the Grey Jedi. This is just regular Jedi. And we're going to see what separates a Jedi from a Grey Jedi right here.
The chocolate.
Which the code says a lot too. Jedi Consular, however you say that. A Jedi Consular, also called a Jedi Seer, is, like all Jedi, skilled in battle but rarely enters combat, preferring to study the mysteries of the Force. Consulars are the primary scholars and diplomats of seers of the Order. Often becoming instructors, Jedi Consulars generally achieve their goal through words or the Force. Pretty much like Qui-Gon Jinn, Ki-Adi-Mundi, Obi-Wan, and
I'm not good at it.
Who was the other one? Master Windu. They were consulars, and they mainly used the Force to their advantage. Didn't really see them using their lightsaber unless needed.
6 times so far. It's actually not a Dollar Tree mark, it's actually Astros.
And Luke was a consular, come to think about it, in episode 6.
Except for I broke him. I know, because I broke him.
Now, Jedi Guardian. A Guardian is one whose skills and talents lay in battle. A lightsaber mirror of the Sith warrior.
Broke my oxy cord.
Guardians are often concentrate on martial training and usually engage in combat more than any other Jedi. Though they are no less skilled at diplomacy. Like all Jedi, they are keepers of the peace. Guardians have traditionally wielded blue lightsabers, though this isn't a set rule. In the past, once a Guardian attained the rank of a Jedi Master, they were given the honorific title of Warrior Master. So that's pretty much like, I want to say Ahsoka Tano, Shakti, and Anakin. And Luke back in episode 5, not 6, episode 5. But I'm not sure on too much on Shakti. I ain't got a lot of information on her, so I'm not sure about that.
He tried his best, didn't he?
Jedi Sentinel. The Jedi Sentinel seeks a balance between the two extremes of the Jedi Consular, and the Jedi Guardians. They have adequate combat skills and somewhat extensive knowledge of the Force. The traditional lightsaber color of Sentinel was yellow, but like the above types, this was not a requirement. So
that was Dookie.
They pretty much they don't have a weakness, but they also don't have a strength. They are like right in between Force use and battle, like with lightsabers. So when it came to combat, they were good at it. When it came to Force use, they were good at it, and it was kind of like an even laid out skill with it. And I want to say that was more like Mace Windu there, because, well, as they say with him wielding the purple blade, that was a reason because he was balanced within the Force and saber skills. Supposedly, I'm not sure. I gotta read more on that, but something like him.
Mom doesn't have one, I do.
And maybe oh Lord, I'm losing other people's names here. But there's a few other Jedi that I could mention that I just can't think of their names.
No, you're lying to me.
Now, we're going into the Gray Jedi. It's going to be a little bit of a long video, so just bear with me. Gray Jedi such as Joel Bendo, Voss Mystics, Imperial Knights, and Jin Saria. I can't English that one. And date founded was 3995 BBY. Oh God. Eras were an Old Republic, Rise of the Empire, Rebellion, New Republic, New Jedi Order, and Legacy.
I know, right?
I think personally, as this says, some think he is a Grey Jedi. Talking about Jin, Qui-Gon Jinn. I always thought Qui-Gon Jinn was a Grey Jedi, so because he followed through the Force. That's what Grey Jedi do. They follow through the Force, what the Force leads them to do. The Jedi has a set rule with politics and diplomatic solutions that they follow through, and other than the Grey Jedi, they just follow through with the Force. Whatever the Force tells them to do, they do. And they follow through with the Guardians of the Wheels.
Who the hell is Hedden?
And so this puts it more as a actual Jedi.
Do you know who Hedden is?
Now that I think about it. And they use both light and dark powers. The term Grey Jedi or Grey had two meanings. First, it was used by Jedi and Sith to describe Force users who walked the line between the light and dark sides of the Force without surrendering to the dark side. And second, it described Jedi who distanced themselves from the Jedi High Council and operated outside the strictures of the Jedi Code.
I love this kid.
However, those who were considered to be true Grey Jedi met both qualifications and did not belong to any particular Force tradition. One example was Joel Bendo, a former Jedi Padawan and a Grey Jedi that served some reason the way I got that.
Heavens, I like this kid more.
I can't read that. But he was right in between with the Force powers. He could use light and dark.
I broke it.
Actually, I pretty much just said most of it there. We're gonna go ahead and look at the code for the Grey Jedi. If I can find it.
Yo, Zeke.
I got it.
Zeke, catch the ball.
I know I got the Jedi code.
Right, here we go.
The Grey Jedi code. Somewhere.
3, 2, 1.
And Imperial Knights right here, as you can see, we obey the Emperor, which is talking about Palpatine, but only as long as he serves the light side of the Force. So, They were with Sidious.
I love this
That's
kid,
what
man.
I'm taking it as. Because it was Imperial. So I'm so that yeah, to the Empire. Yeah. That was they was to the Emperor Palpatine. Alright, so right here. As you can see, the Gray Jedi Code is there is no dark side nor a light side. There is only the Force. I will do what I must to keep the balance.
That's his voice, bro.
There is no good without evil, but evil must not be allowed to flourish. There is passion yet peace. There is serenity yet emotion. There is chaos yet order.
No.
So
Yeah.
wow, that code just confused the hell out of me. Okay. And I'm guessing that's the original Jedi code because right here it shows that. And then we get a picture from episode 8 when Rey was looking at the books. I just don't notice that.
Wait, are they really?
New theory coming up soon. Now we're going to be looking at regular like Jedi power, comparing them to what Gray Jedi can use. Flow walking.
There's the hoe over there that
Force listening. Force smell. Force meld. I don't know how to say that. Force sense. Precognition. Battle precognition. Shatterpoint. Psychometry. Force empathy. Farsight. Foresight. Force vision. Telepathy. Comprehend speech. Shadow vision. They were able to alter damage, alter image, alter environment, animal friendship, battle meditation, combustion. I can't pronounce that one. Dark transfer, sight. All this here they were able to do. Drain knowledge, droid disable.
No.
So, wow.
Actually, speak your voice now, bro.
So Jedi was actually able to do a lot.
Yeah. I'm gonna shoot his ass if I have to. Yeah.
And then the Sith was these powers, the Force Wound, Force Whisper, Force Whirlwind, Force Weapon, Force Choke, Force Grip, Force Crush, Kinetic, I don't know how to pronounce that, Levitation, Malacia, Nechiduru, Mediachlorine Manipulation, which is something that Plagueis could do, Mind Control, Mind Trick, Mind Probe, Protection Bubble, Plant Surge, Severe Force, which these were all.
I built a dick on Minecraft.
And all these together is everything a Gray Jedi can do. So, in my
I didn't hear
understanding,
a word you said.
Yes, the Gray Jedi is more powerful than the regular Jedi. But I want to know what y'all guys think. Let me know in the comments. And if you like this content, like the video, share it, subscribe, and I guess I will see you all in the next video.
Oh. Yeah, we are.